here we go. Best of 5. We've got Graupel as the first game, and we are in the round of 16, our final match in the round of 16, Nicov versus Hera. So Nicov is going to come over here. He's picked the Gujaras. He had Byzantines available, and he is going to go for the Gujaras. He's going to place the TC right here. Hera looking for a TC spot. He's going to find one on the stone, and Hera is playing as the Lithuanians. Now, the Lithuanians have been a very popular pick here. Gujaras, not so much. And Nicov is going to want to find a lot of these sheep or pigs around the side. There's a bunch over here that he can find with the transport ship. Hera also moving around this way with the transport. He should probably be scouting this shoreline, but I think he's attempting to cut Nicov off so that he can take all of them. Very, very important to get those early so you can start scouting immediately with those. And Nikov's going to spot the transport ship from Hera, and he might be able to find this one and come back and try and cut Hera off so he can then find the pigs over here. Interesting. How many does Hera have? Hera's got 2. Nikov's got 3 in there plus 1 over here. And Hera's got 2 more exploring. Actually, Nicov has 2 exploring. And Nicov is going to go for the mill right away on the shorefish. So no insta-dock here for Nicov. It's going to be a mill, so he can garrison these things in there. And basically all of the sheep and pigs have been found already. Hera will go out for the dock very, very quickly. He's got the extra food, doesn't need to be gathering yet. So he can get the fishing ships out faster. And we'll see how this little food generation works for Nicov in the grand scheme of things. It's very, very slow. You can see it like tick. And tick. And another one. Very slow food generation. Not sure about this Gujaras pick. Well, it usually goes late game on this map, right? Very rare this map is decided before imps, so you're thinking about your tech tree situation. There's been players that have just ignored the water altogether. I think Nicov will probably like add a dock later, maybe go for 1 or 2 fishing ships, and then try and contest water a little bit just to keep Hera off of it. But he's thinking about Imperial Age once he's got full boom going and how Gujaras matches up against Lithuanians. And they might match up okay. One disadvantage for Gujaras is that if you're fighting camels against Latus, you don't really get any benefit from frontier guards. Because Latus just ignore that. Is this the best chance Nicov has to beat Hera? It's the best chance in a while, that's for sure. Be really nice if he could take this. I don't think he realizes that's going to be a thing. And Nicov is actually transporting a villager to that center island. Hera might not scout a dock over there. Oh. Okay, he transported it from here to here. Nice. I mean, efficiency, right? The transport moves a little faster than the villager. You can see 1.45. Massive, dude. And he comes back. The Vil would be like here by now. What's in the center? Nothing. It's an island. It's not anything. Oh my god, I'll do this before anyone asks. Oh my, seed 16. Oh, none of you even asked for the seeds. Oh my god, I'm so ahead of you. I asked like 10. No, you didn't. It never happened, bro. It absolutely never happened. Fishing chip on the way for Nicov. Res collected actually ahead for Nicov. He's got the passive generation, and he's been on the shore fish longer. But Hera has a lot of food in the arms of his villagers, so once he drops that off, it should be relatively even. He also had the fishing ships out quicker. And he's not scouting where the dock is from Nicov. He's just kind of assuming there's going to be a dock over there. That's one thing that Hera did a lot in his earlier sets. He made a lot of assumptions on what his opponents were doing. And if he continues doing that here, he could really get punished. Because your scouting has to be quite good on these maps. People can surprise you, right? Especially a player like Nicov. He might cook up some strats that Hera wouldn't be expecting. 80% of everyone here asked at least once. It never happened, dude. I didn't see it. It didn't happen. What is the wackiest pizza you've ever had? I've told people about this. I don't know if it qualifies as a pizza. Once went to a vegan place that didn't cook any food. They didn't have an oven. It was like vegan, fucking no cooking, only vegetable bullshit. And I had a sunflower seed quinoa based crust pizza that had a bunch of shit on top. I felt ill. I had that for lunch. I was feeling kind of sick. I went home. I ordered the greasiest possible pizza from Pizza Hut, and it restored the balance. I ate that greasy pizza, and I immediately felt better. I hope she was hot. It was actually a coworker's goodbye lunch. And initially, when she got hired on, she was like 2 years younger than me. I thought she was really cute until I had to share an office with her. And the way she ate, she was vegan. That's the reason we went to that vegan place. The way she ate her salads immediately disabused me of the notion that she might be attractive in any way possible. She sounded like a fucking car wash, dude, eating those salads. Disgusting. Like, just fucking, oh, dude. And it's in the same office. Didn't you have headphones? I turned up the volume then, yeah, but it was hard, man. She was loud. Loud. All right, third dock here for Nicov. So he's going galleys as well. Hera's gone for initial galleys here, and Nicov is just going to garrison the fishing ships. He's going to be like, all right, cool. Nicov, a little bit ahead on HP with the galleys. Good galley micro, and great servers for both of them, by the way. They're both in Argentina right now. Wonderful micro there from Nicov to save that ship. He's going to try and block this ship so he can get this one back so he can repair it and continue trying to get his galley advantage. It's 2 docks for Hera. It's 3 docks for Nicov. And Nicov has lost that galley, unfortunately. He's going to have to wait for more galleys to come out. Hera's going to have the lead. He's going to be able to kill 2 of the galleys so far. Nicov has only sniped 1, but it's 3 docks, right? So we'll see how Hera manages against that. Fishing ship's still alive because of Gajaras. And so far, the start for Nicov is looking okay. The start for Hera is looking pretty good, too. Did you counter by bringing in tuna sandwiches? Dude, we had this discussion yesterday. Tuna sandwiches are the worst smelling thing on planet Earth. There's nothing worse than a tuna sandwich. That is office terrorism. I said it yesterday. It is smell terrorism to eat a tuna sandwich. It should be a crime against humanity. Durian is far worse. I've never smelled that, so I don't know. Airplane food, it's worse than air. I've been on so many airplanes. It's worse than airplane food. Oh, Nicov, you got a little greedy with these. Can't save the fish. Hera manages to snipe those. Nicov is just building up. I love airplane food. Do you? I mean, I love food when I've been sitting and doing nothing for 8 hours. Food is fun. It gives you something to do. But the food flavor is not really there. Okay. Hera building up towards Castle Age. Nicov getting fletching, which Hera already has. So Nicov hasn't really been able to take advantage of his third dock just yet. But he is now scaling ahead in galleys. And he's going to have quite a few galleys. Now, Hera's TC is not within range of the water. So normally, like, we wonder how much water investment is actually good here. I think both of them are just investing to keep their opponent from having a free fish boom. And now that they've both invested into so much galleys, it's kind of You're stuck. You're thinking, well, I don't want to give up water now. I might as well invest to try and win it. Hera's going to be up to the castle age much faster than Nicov at this rate. Although Nicov has gone for more mills, and he's going for the big walls. And Hera's not walling up just yet. Is Hera even challenged in this one? I think Nicov has played much better at a higher level in this tournament so far than Hera has. But the question is, like, was that because Hera was such a high seed and he was up against less impressive opponents? It definitely wasn't a plan in most of Hera's games. At least if there was, I couldn't see it. It was more reactionary. As Nicov comes in, he's going to be able to snipe a few fishing ships, maybe. Gets one. Castle Age coming in for Hera. Nicov has galleys on both sides. Hera's trying to defend these two fishing ships with his life. And Nicov kind of needs to meet his fleet up with each other. Like these two different segments. He needs to bring them together. And then he can overwhelm Hera. He's got 3 more galleys. He can just out-pop him. Before Castle Age comes in. Resources looking okay for Nicov. He's getting loom now. And the micro has been actually really good for both of them so far. You can see Nicov like constantly pulling away the galley. He assumes Hera's going to snipe. He's done a really solid job with that. And now Hera's just going to run around with these galleys until he can get his upgrades. Looking for as much value as possible. I think Nicov would be well suited just going after the docks, though. Castle Age on the way for Nicov now. It's a lot of galleys. They should be able to kill the dock quite quickly. And Hera's coming back with his. And yeah, Nicov can force Hera into a fight by attacking this dock. Hera just wants to keep him from attacking that dock. They both know what's going on here. Castle Age comes in. Nicov finds himself a good snipe. War Galley coming in for Hera. Bodkin Arrow coming in for Hera. And this dock will die. So it's going to be 3 docks against 1. But Hera will have War Galley soon. And Bodkin Arrow. Nicov might want to just dive in as soon as he sees War Galley come in. Or he's going to then run around with these galleys. Who knows? He's found himself a good position. Now he can pressure Hera. Nice snipes there. And Nicov comes in. The war galleys are clunky. Doesn't want to fight at range because they have more range than him. He wants to get in close. And Nikov's got some really great snipes here. Hera's still trying to add in more war galleys. I don't think he can win this fight. Unless Nicov throws. I think he's just got a much better setup than Hera does for the water. So Nicov will win water. We just have to wonder, like, what comes of it. Sure, he'll have access to some of these fish. He'll have map control. But he's invested a lot of resources into this. And both players just kind of give up now. What will come of having access to this water? Scout's now coming out from Nicov. He's going for the monastery as well. So he's going to try and snag the relics. Hera going for the monastery here. He's got a relic inside his base. He can take 100%. And Hera getting loom. 43 villagers for Hera. 39 villagers for Nicov. He can add in some more fish if he really wants to. And I think that would be a good idea. Like 5 or 6 fishing ships. Yeah, he didn't need to get War Galley. It might hurt him later not having War Galley if Hera decides to transition back onto water. But Nicov definitely didn't need to get it that early, that's for sure. All right, let's see if this monk goes out for a different relic or if he snags this one. Hera can see that, but Nikov's going to have the scout over here, and Nicov will be able to spot that as well, and he's going to take that one in right away. Few things Nicov can range. He can range the houses. He can range the dock, and he can potentially range the market once he gets Bodkin Arrow, which could be annoying for Hera, for sure. Light cav coming in for Nicov now. He's got the one relic in and even taking more boards. Nice job from Hera, taking advantage of all the extra res. Third TC now coming up from Nicov. More fishing ships on the way from him as well. And a forward siege workshop. Remember, this map always goes to late game, basically. So, like, even if Nicov gets a little bit behind in eco, and Hera has a faster imp time, if Nicov has the forward position, he can just add, like, 2 more TCs and catch up on eco and buy himself time to get to imp himself. Plus, controlling the relics and taking all the relics against Lithuanians is sick. And he's got another light cav over here. This is really, really well done from Nicov. Hera is going to be ahead on eco, but barely. Houses are going to go down. Hera will need to add some more of those. 4th TC now for him. And the second relic comes in for Nicov. Does he see this one up here is the question. He sees that one over there, and he's, you bet your ass he's going for it. But look at Hera. Being sneaky, man. He sees the relic. The light cav are here, and the light cav are trying to kill villagers. Which means they're not over here trying to get this relic. Hera doesn't notice that immediately. He might actually find this one, which Nicov doesn't see. And Nikov's going to take this one. Hera might actually get this relic. That's crazy. Nicov now under the TC from Hera. Still taking out houses on the front side with the galleys. Still taking out the market now. And an elephant and a mangonel are on the way. Hera could be in big trouble. He's going for a castle. But that castle will need to be placed defensively. And now he's just going to be building up against the edge of the map. Light cav comes out. It's just a scout, actually. And Hera's going to try and micro that mangonel down. But there are light cav over here to deal with that. Nicov already has loom. His villagers should be fine. And, oh, Nicov, you're killing your own light cav, bro. Nice attack round over there. Castle goes up from Hera. He can redock now relatively safely. You don't have to dock at the edge of the ice. I think you can dock at the edge of the land on the ice. And Nicov is finding the monk over on this side. Won't get a villager converted. Kills it with the villagers. Still doesn't see this relic. And is coming out for a TC over here. So Nicov has gotten 3 relics. Hera has gotten 1. And there's 1 relic that's in a really awkward position. And let's see if Nicov manages to save this mangonel. No. He's not going to. And he also loses the villager. Great job from Hera to take that mangonel down and buy himself a little bit of time. He's still unstoned with a lot of vills. He's looking towards another castle. And he's redocking right here. Which Nicov can see, right? No, he can't. Nicov can't see that. It's so close. Feels like Hera might take back the water. Remember, Nicov tried to save resources, didn't go for War Galley earlier, and it could come back to bite him for sure. Latest is converted. And it gets converted back. Maybe. More latest coming out now from Hera. Couple camels being added from Nicov. Farms now being added from Nicov as well. He's got a lot of wood. And he's looking for that final relic, which is over on this side. Resources collected, 500 difference. Handcart on the way now for Hera. Nikov's going to attempt to snipe this monk, and he does. Beautiful snipe there. No wheelbarrow, no handcart for Nicov just yet. How do you convert an elephant? Offer it a peanut? Just tell it about the Lord and Savior. Doubt. Nicov notices these right away, these fire galleys. And he adds fire galleys of his own. Might want to get the war galley tech too. I mean, you fought so hard for water, you don't want to just automatically cede control to Hera, that's for sure. Nicov has the majority of the map control right now. He's got insane vision. He'll see this 4th relic over here, so he can bring that back. Might want to even consider, like, moving the monastery back if he thinks water is an issue. Who knows? 120 villagers for Hera. Damn, the eco is insane. Are you saying doubt is an elephant? No. Nicov knew this is a risk. He quick-walled the villagers, or pre-walled them on the TC, and he's going to find the latest. Nice job, man. Nicov has played this so well. But Hera's still surviving, as he does, right? As he does. 5 TC booming. 2 castles here. Hera's got a good setup, even though he only has 1 relic. And no potential to get the 4th one over here. Or 5th one, rather. He's contesting on the water. Nicov has fires now to shield his war galleys. And he should be able to deal with this. Perfectly fine. But Hera is the first one on the way to Imperial Age. Nicov clicks up not too far behind. Nicov needs some castles. The raids could kill him if he's not careful. I think, like, the temptation would be to go for a castle over here. I think a castle, like, here and a castle here would be good. Just, like, relatively safe castles to protect you if Hera wants to send units into raid. And now Hera gets careening. He gets the pikeman upgrade. Heavy plow coming in for him, too. What's the tech tree look like for water? It's decent for both civs. Elite cannon galleon here for Lithuanians. Fast fire ship. They miss heavy demo. They don't get shipwright. For Gujaras, they do get shipwright, but no elite cannon galleon and no fast fire. But they do get heavy demo. What the Hera doing with 142 vills? 142 vills is fine. You boom up until you're pop capped. Like, he has very low army, right? So it's okay to make up to like 170 vills here. You can just delete them later. There's no such thing as an overboom until you've reached 200 pop. Talk about army comps. I don't know. Does Hera just want to go into, like, Halb with latest raids? Maybe some water pressure? I honestly don't know. Big demo there from Nicov. I don't know the ins and outs of Gujaras versus Lithuanians late game matchup. It feels like Gujaras should be countering them at some extent. Treadmill crane actually in from Nicov. Wow. And fast fire on the way for Hera. Nicov goes for a double castle stack on this side. And he's in. So his castle will definitely go up over here. Hera's castle is still kind of a question mark. The pikemen are dying, but there's more pikemen on the way. And halberdier research is coming in. Chemistry on the way for both of them as well. And Nicov is now trying to defend against fast fire ships, which is so tough. Which is war galleys and fires. So Nicov might be temporarily kicked off water. Feels like he's focusing more on getting all of his land technologies in. There's another castle over here from Hera as well. Hera has really scaled ahead on res collected now. He got his eco upgrades in faster. His economy has been very efficient. And he had more villagers for the majority of the game. Okay, 3 trebs over here. Hand cannons on the way out from Nicov. And cannon galleons are already being mixed in from Hera. So Hera might want to come over here with the cannon galleons, but it seems early, right? Seems early to already be going for cannon galleons. He's got tower shields on the way, too. Maybe he just has so much res he doesn't know what to do with it. 159 villagers is an insane economy. And it's 149 for Nicov, as Nicov now goes for a castle on this side. Heavy camel on the way in. Against Halbs, frontier guards could actually help a little bit for your camels. We were talking about how it wouldn't be that effective against Ladis. But against Halbs, could be. Alright, Nicov sees the cannon galleons now. He could potentially fight these. Hera's trying to bait him into a fight, and he brings his fires over again. And both castles have died, but Nicov had the backup castle. Hera has to back up all the way over here. 147 villagers now for Hera. He's lost a few. And he lost 1 cannon galleon. That's it. 2 cannon galleons. Never mind. Nicov missing ballistics. Yeah, but what is... Ballistics is only really helping his castles at this point, right? Treb stack now for Nicov. He's got the hand cannons here. Bombard cannon working away back there, too. Camels are now engaging. Trebs will likely fall, and the castle will remain alive. So Nicov loses the Trebs. Great hold from Hera. Absolutely destroys all of those Trebs. Beautiful setup. Very, very patient play from him. And now he can roll forward and try and take out this castle, as Nicov is now going for bomber cannons of his own. Still has to be worried about the cannon galleons over here. Nikov's also trying to hold this side as Hera fights the wildlife. There's a lot of stone for both players. It's going to get sucked up quite quickly as the conscription castle goes down. He doesn't even bother repairing that one. Bomber cannon takes out the cannon galleon. That's frontier guards for the extra melee armor on the camels against Halbs. Both players still repairing castles. Nicov kind of running out of stone a little bit and not paying attention, not repairing this castle. Will he repair the castle in time? No. Castle goes down. Nicov losing a little bit of focus here. He's lost quite a few castles, and now he's losing a bombard cannon as well, 2 of them, as he tries to snipe the Trebs from Hera. Remember, Nicov does have the 4 relics, so if this continues to be somewhat of a stalemate, he should be in a better position, theoretically. Also, I don't know where the stone supply from Hera is coming. I guess he has a stone down here he can take. Treb will die. Will it kill the bomber cannon? Of course it does. And the castle will go down. Castle falls from Hera. So lots of castles have fallen. We got a castle over here dead from Hera. Castle here dead from Nicov. 2 castles dead from Nicov over here. Another castle dead right here from Hera. Like, castles all over the place falling. And Nicov still has stone available here. He still has stone that he could possibly take right here. But right now, does not have enough stone for another castle just yet. And chakrams are now coming out for him. Are those elite, is the question. Where are the chakrams? They're not elite. They're just regular chakram throwers. Hera pushes forward. Very patient with the Trebs. Very, very patient. It's 1 bombard cannon in defense from Nicov. Hera, actually, great play from Hera. Holy fuck, dude. He just deleted that castle foundation before it could get sniped immediately by the bombard cannon. He knew he was going to lose it. There wasn't enough villagers building it. Now Hera is pushing back big time over there, but Nicov is pushing on this side. With the chakrams, the hand cannons, the camels, and a trebuchet. And a castle from him now going up. So he's giving ground over here, but he's taking ground over here. Final armor upgrade coming in for his camels. 35 on food only for Nicov. The farming has been disrupted a little bit by Hera. Hera pushes back on this side again. He's on a warpath. A lot more intimidating push over on this side, I think, from Hera. Even with just skirms, he's got more siege. So he'll push faster than Nicov can. Over on this side. Nicov needs more food eco. Hera's only got 37 on food too, though. Camels come in. Be able to take out that one Treb. Keep Nikov's castle alive a little bit longer. And he should be able to clear Hera's castle, but look at this. We have some problems. Tower shields is in, so we got the extra pierce armor on the trash units here from Hera. Nicov loses all of the stuff over here. And Elite Chakram Thrower is now coming in from that castle as Nicov takes out another castle from Hera. It's just a story of losing castles, man, and placing more. Hera goes for another castle over on this side. Nicov has no siege to deal with that. He's giving up ground in the hopes that he can take more from Hera over here. There's nothing to defend this. At some point, he's going to need to shift army over. Hera isn't exactly as open as Nicov is, but he still has a lot of eco exposed on this area. That castle is going to fall. How many castles have gone down? It's at least, it's like 10. And Hera will need to run. Nicov goes for another castle. Trebs will roll forward. There's 5 Trebs. There needs to be something here to snipe the Trebs. Nicov should be able to see the stone miners, right? He can send units in to raid those. There's a gold back there as well. He goes after the TC now. Leaving his units a little bit exposed. He's probably busy over on this side, and he continues to just run. He's just running from stone to another gold. Like, he's just on the move. Hera will lose a few villagers on the stone now. He'll lose his TC here. Nicov is rotating. Hera is rotating, but Hera is doing it faster than Nicov. However, the Chakrams are here. What can they do? Another castle there from Hera. Nicov is at 183 population. Hera's still pop capped. Winged Hussar on the way now from Hera. And the castle's denied temporarily. The Trebs have nothing to target, so they're waiting in the wings until this army is cleared up. And Nicov, unfortunately, running the Chakrams into the castle here. But he has denied it for the time being, and he's attacking it with a bomber cannon. So the push is temporarily stalled out. His push is still going on this side. And Hera's going to have to do something about it. He's now sending the Halbs over here. More farms coming up from Nicov. He's expanding his eco. He's taking the gold. He's going to take the stone as well. He's just slowly rotating all the way around the map. Can he clear this Treb stack? If he gets the Chakrams over here, they can get the pass-through damage on the Trebs. Hang on a second, Nicov. Come on! Nicov! Right here, dude. Right here. Close enough. Sure. He took out 3. Great first game. Hand cannon's dying. Trebs will need to roll back from Nicov. Needs more Chakrams. Chakrams are only good in high numbers. As Hera now expands his eco as well. He's done a really solid job with that. Every area he takes over. Add some extra buildings. Make sure it's really tough for Nicov to take it back. And Nikov's at 157 pop now. Hera is still pop capped. He's done a slightly better job keeping the units coming out, right? Also, he's kept his trebs very secure. He's managed to defend his castles for the most part. And Nicov is stuck repairing another castle. Nicov is now buying food because he's got so much gold. Still trying to hold in this area. Definitely needs more farms. Do Chakrams get Bracer? No, they get the infantry or the melee attack upgrades. So if like Gajara's got Blast Furnace, Chakrams would be a lot better than they are. You can see they're doing very limited damage. The big selling point is their pass-through damage. Camel's now coming out to try and counter the Winged Hussar, which they will do quite well. Honestly, those Winged Hussar will just get absolutely dusted by the camels, and the Chakrams will do quite well against the skirmishers as well. But now the cannon galleons are being quite annoying from Hera. So he's getting some more water pressure again. And Nicov has struggled against that. He can't really invest onto water at this point. I mean, he's kind of focused on just staying alive and trying to still push Hera over on this side. But we've got ourselves into a situation that Hera thrives in. He's got 70 on food, and he's making Hussar. Nicov has plenty of gold to make camels with. He just doesn't have the food eco for it. And these Hussar do nothing against these camels. Like, these have frontier guards. The Hussar are doing such limited damage. It's actually kind of insane. The skirmishers are providing more against the camels than the Hussar are. 4k gold, yep. Just needs more food eco, and he's adding it now. He's running out of space, though. Hera still pushing forward on this side. Cannon galleons still being annoying. And I think Hera anticipates that Nicov is going to go for like some water pressure to try and clear the cannon galleons. We've got a converted fast fire. I think I saw a galleon come in maybe from Hera over on the side. Maybe that was elite cannon galleon. It was elite cannon galleon. I'm not convinced about Nicov not being on water at all. I think he could afford to add in a few docks, potentially. He didn't have Kshatriyas. Oh, my God. He didn't have the 25% discount this whole time. Oh, no. That kind of explains the lack of production a little bit. It's coming in now. Better late than never, but still. That is brutal for Nicov. More camels on the way. Hera needs to add some more halbs, which he's doing. Galleon now on the way from Hera. Nicov still has gold. He's still got some stone as well. But he's not mining gold anywhere anymore. Dude, these Hussars are having a hell of a time. That was 6 Hussar against 1 camel. And they barely killed it. Nicov is back up to 184. He's got the population lead. Mostly because Hera's not using his res. He's kind of struggling now against the camels. Has to go back into halberdiers. And Hera queues up production again. So he should be max pop soon. Hera just being very annoying. Sniping with these cannon galleons. And Nicov might be able to take out the ships with the chakrams. Maybe just missed. Nicov only has 1,000 gold. He used to have 4k. He's only got 1,000 left because he went for so many camels. And he's going Siege Elephant. Wow. Better keep your chakrams alive if you're going to go Siege Elephant. That's crazy. Galleons will be doing a great job for Hera, supplementing his land army with some navy. He's trying to clear up as many of the chakrams as he can so his halbs can just take the fights against the camels. And Nikov's out of gold. He's suddenly out of gold. Oh, boy. He had so much gold, and now it's all gone. And he's forced to sell food. He has 64 on food, which is impressive. But Hera has 76. And Hera's just making halbs against camels. Sure. Sure. Check gold on map. I mean, there's still a little bit left. 1,000 left. Hera can take it over there, I suppose. There's some stone here and some gold right there. Hera has plenty of gold in the bank, even though he doesn't have the relics. Nicov fights on. Chakrams are putting in good work. Camels are doing fine as a meat shield. The KD is still outrageously in favor of Nicov. 596 to 368. But I feel like Hera's going to win on an eco lead, right? As Nicov now goes back onto water with no gold. He's getting shipwright? I mean, I guess you want cheaper ships, but how many ships are you going to have to make for shipwright to be worth it? Galleon on the way. Oh, God. My man hasn't mined gold in forever. He's just selling wood. He's selling food. What are the prices on that? You can sell for 38 gold. You can sell wood. And you can sell food for 68 gold. And Hera's buying wood. So, actually might be okay for Nicov. He manages to snipe a Treb over there. That's nice. And he might get some raids in that Hera notices.
Dave out, chat.
Bajara Light Cav are fairly cheap with Kshatriyas. You can spam them long term if you get your farm eco stabilized. And right now Hera is killing villagers on the farm eco, so food supply might be an issue here for Nicov. Needs the camels to come back here and deal with this shit. Still no ballistics. So now this really starts to hurt. No ballistics for your galleons and for your castles. Castle denied over here by the Hussar from Nicov. And Nicov is getting ballistics. Hera's at 116 villagers. Nikov's at 113. What a game to start this series off with. Over an hour long in-game time. And it feels like Hera's been winning forever, but Nicov still somehow, like, might have a chance with those 4 relics. If Hera could kill this somehow, that would be huge, but I don't think he can. I think Nikov's, like, getting back on water. Nikov's going to be winning water soon. Nicov has the score lead. Goes for more farms. He goes for more stables. He's got the cheaper... I mean, I can see it. I can see it. The chakrams are supporting. There's still some camels in here making things very annoying. Hera's trying to snipe as many chakrams as possible. Hera is losing a ton of units in this fight, but he just has more. And Nicov is forced to fall back. More Hussars coming in. He has managed to save these. He is winning water now. We'll see what that can give him. Hera goes for more docks. Hera's running out of gold. He's got one little gold mine here. 129 gold on that. He's out of gold right there. I think Hera's out of gold completely. Nicov just needs to sustain. Trebuchet will go down. Hera is out of gold completely. He's got 300 gold in the bank. Those chakrams have done a lot. Hera chasing this stuff down. The Hussar are now blocking the fires from getting at the galleons. But the Hussar themselves seem to be doing fine against those galleons. Nikov's trying to add more. Hera has pushed him back on water. Somehow still has gold. Is he selling? Not yet. Chakrams now push forward. There's a lot of Hussar here. A lot of Hera's population is on the water. You can see he's pop capped at 171 pops, so there's a lot in the queue. But he lost so many units here. Hera is kind of getting pushed back by Nicov. He's holding on to the edge of the map over on this side. And now the reinforcements arrive for Hera. Those 30 units that were in the queue suddenly showing up. 66 on food for Nicov, 55 on food for Hera. It's a messy game. And the castle is going to go up here for Hera. It's a great castle. Nicov now selling more res for more gold so he can afford a treb. No stone in the bank for Nicov. That might be the difference maker, right? Hera can repair his castles and make more. Nicov can't. And Hera is consistently sending the winged Hussar in. He's ignoring all the units in front. He's consistently sending them in to snipe the chakrams. So hard for Nicov to keep a massive chakrams alive. More Hussar on the way for Nicov. More chakrams on the way for Nicov. Hera's pushing this back. He's stabilized. Wood game? I mean, there's still plenty of wood left, right? Hussar are back here, killing the farms. There's no gold to really afford anything for Nicov. Hera's still got some gold. He sold 500 stone for gold. And I think he's almost out of stone on this side. Let's see how much. 551 stone left on the map, so it's just that pile. And then 129 gold, so it's just this pile. That's it. The relics have had such a huge impact for Nicov. The only thing keeping him in the game thus far. Chakrams are feasting on the Halbs. Let's see if Nicov can save this treb. It's so important. He loses the treb. Castle stays alive. 818 HP. He loses the treb. He's got more castles to produce trebs from. But it's a big investment as Hera now tries to body block this treb with everything he's got. Nicov snipes it. Big problem for Hera to lose trebs too. Oh boy. Lithuanians do have better trash units than Gujaras. Although the Hussar are cheaper for Gujaras, but combination of like winged Hussar and then the tower shield skirms and Halbs is really, really nice. Hera's just trying to take out the chakrams. Nicov knows exactly what Hera wants to do. Look at this. Hera just split formations around the frontline units from Nicov so he can come after these chakrams. And now he's going to be targeting them with the hand cannons. He knows Nikov's running out of gold. But Nicov weasels his way out of that fight. Every single fight, Hera is just targeting chakrams. Some raids over here. Hera down to 109 villagers now, but he's got a castle up. He's got so many castles alive right now. And still just sending outrageous amount of wing Hussar forward. Just constant spam of units. GG called from Hera, or from Nicov, and what a game it was. Hera taking that first game. The classic Hera macro approach. More farms, more Hussar. He also, honestly, Hera did a fantastic job like balancing water and land units. Constantly sniping the chakrams was sick. That's just really, really good. Nicov played that so well. He stayed alive so much longer than we thought. But Hera's just so hard to beat, man. If you get him in that situation. So hard to beat. The KD is still over 200 units in Nikov's favor. You can see that 385 Winged Hussar created. You doubted Hera? At what point? I'm not going to fanboy over anyone, dude. Gajaras have no pike help. Gajaras only get spearmen. Nicov should have played on. He would have taken it. No, he was losing his chakram number. You can't lose your chakram numbers. That's the only thing keeping you in this. All right. Hera takes game 1. It's a great game. It's a long game. Might be in for a long set here. Who knows? And it looks like they're going to go on to Golden Hill next. Golden Hill. Nicov needed to have a higher chakram count and needed to keep his stripes alive. Yep. But Hera was doing everything he could to snipe it, right? Like, Nicov honestly did a really good job keeping his chakram count as high as it was. Considering the fact every time he looked at a fight, Hera had like 40 Winged Hussars just charging through his other units to get to the chakrams. Really? Nicov needed to kill Hera's units and then win? True, dude. That's a great take. Wow. You think Nicov should have stayed on water at the end? Probably, but it's so tough, right? You can't take your eye off the land fight, and we saw that with the Navy. Like, Nicov was pushing back, but Hera having access to fast fire ship is such a difference maker. You can just patrol those in and not care about them. The galleons you have to pay attention to. So, like, a mix of galleons and fast fires up against 15 galleons on the other side is always going to win. How many castles were built that game? That's a good question. I don't. It's like 20, maybe. Maybe herbal medicine for camels. That I don't know about that. Herbal medicine lost him the game. I think like not being on water in early imp kind of screwed Nicov a little bit. Just letting Hera have those cannon galleons was kind of a mistake. Oh, Kshatriyas as well. Yeah, Kshatriyas could have been low-key like a minor throw. That's brutal. He might have queued it up in one of the castles that died, like behind a unit, and he just assumed it came in. That could have been the case as well. What's the discount for that? 25%, I believe. So it's actually huge. If you consider the amount of Hussar he made and chakrams and everything that he made, 20 and camels, like 25% is. Byzantines versus Vikings? No, it's going to be Vikings versus Dravidians on Golden Hill. So, do we think Hera has learned? Hera has learned he is not TCing the middle on this map. He is going to the shoreline this time around. And he's playing as the Vikings. He's going to find himself a good TC spot right near the boar. Nikov's going to find himself a TC spot over here. And, well, we haven't seen Vikings on this map. At least I haven't. I could see the appeal, right? Good eco. You play into galleys early. You take water control. But Dravidians should be a little bit favored here over the Viking. Will we see longboats? I don't know if Hera's the biggest fan of longboats. I think it likes galleons more and war galleys. Comic Sausage, thank you for the 43 months. I mean, sometimes it's better to play into galleons than it is to longboats for Vikings, like long term. However, we could see longboats against Thericidai, and Thericidai do struggle in that matchup. Pretty sure Nikov's aware of that fact, though, so he would probably just play galleons with Dravidians. I'm looking forward to a really good game here. I think Nicov might take this one. Who knows? It should be a civ advantage for Dravidians. Has anyone ever tried TCing on the wrong side? Dude, I've thought about that before, but there's no world in which that would be worth it, right? Like, there's absolutely no world that would be worth TCing on the wrong side, like going all the way over. Your TC is slower, then you have to share resources with your opponent. And you can't get it in the optimal spot because they've TC'd here. Yeah, Vikings will struggle in Imp if they don't have full water control. Because they don't have Bombard Cannon. They don't have Redemption to convert the Bombard Cannons from their opponent. Then we look at their techs, right? Like, they'll play into Arbalest, that's countered by Dravidian Skirmisher. They play into Infantry, that's kind of countered by Wood Steel. It's a struggle for Vikings for sure. Hera's entire win condition revolves around needing water control. And he can't really play into Light Cav spam either because Viking Light Cav are burp. No final armor upgrade, no bloodlines. Who was it that made a bunch of berserks in late imp? That was Brawl's. Insane game. That whole set's up on my YouTube if you guys want to watch it. By the way, giveaway. We're giving away a tablet. You could be a tablet watcher. You could just enter to win just for the sense of winning something. Exclamation mark giveaway. You don't have to do anything. You just have to follow or subscribe. You see the video of Brawl's made about the series? I did see that, yeah. It's entertaining. Need a blender, though? There will never be a blender giveaway. We're not giving away blenders. It's never happened. It never will. What about a toaster? No, we're not giving away toasters or blenders or emulsifiers or microwaves or George Foreman grills or any of that. Just bought coffee beans. I can't drink coffee anymore. No! At least for the time being. It's been rough. I kind of figured it out, though. Like, I don't really need a coffee in the morning. I just need a hot drink in the morning. What I might do is go to the store or go to... Actually, I'd probably go to the market. Oh, man, I could get some... I might go to the market and get some apple cider and just heat that up. Tea. I'm drinking decaffeinated tea, Spud. I can't have caffeine. So right now I'm drinking decaffeinated tea. Yeah, I might go to the market and get some like Mennonite apple cider. That would be dope, actually. That would be, oh, and then heat it up in the mornings. Oh, yeah. Why, though? Because the doctor told me not to, and it seems to be working, actually, to some extent. I am feeling a little bit better ever since I've stopped, so I'm not going to screw that up. All right, forward dock here from Nicov. They're both on the way to the feudal age, and, well, Hera can see that dock. I've had the German glue wine before. Glug wine or whatever. Glug, whatever the fuck it is. I've had it before. I love it. I love that idea. I wish they did it around here. I'm going to try and have some when I'm in Berlin too. I need to find a Christmas market near the NAC stuff so that I can go get my Christmas presents. Because my sister's like, buy me some Christmas ornaments from Germany. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some for my mom as well. I just need to find one that's nearby. Okay. So Nicov will go fire galleys, and Hera's going to go galleys. And I love the fact that Nicov has made his docks forward. This is going to make life very difficult for Hera. Also, Nicov kind of has control over the middle. With these villagers being here. However, he will need to retreat with the villagers. Right now, they're taking in food for the docks on the shorefish, but you need to pull those back because the galleys can kill these without loom really, really quickly. And that's just giving Hera free opportunity to snipe vills. Fire galleys from both sides. No loom for Hera either. As Nicov comes after these galleys. Nicov has another fire galley on the way. This is going to get really dicey for Hera. Even with a good server, with good ping, with his micro, it's going to get tough. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Nicov, you can't just give villagers for free, and he retreats with that. Nice. Fishing ships for Hera on the run. Fishing ships for Nicov. Getting their HP lowered a little bit. What total viewer numbers do you aim for the semi and finals? I don't have any. I mean, the reality of it is that T90 is going to have most of the viewers. I haven't really been paying attention that much to how much he's had. I think he had like 6.5 when Viper and NBL were playing, which was also my high with like 2.5. So if we go off of that threshold, I would be happy with like 4K on my channel here. Last Wandering Warriors Cup final, I had an 8.6, I think. But that was when T90 was on Facebook. Another fishing ship goes down. Hera's just massing galleys. He's going to pop out with a lot of galleys, and Nicov is not stopping with the fire galley production. What Nicov needs to do is move this villager over here and make another dock to create a choke point. He needs to start walling off the water. And adding demos as well. Nicov should add demos from here. He's trying to prevent the galleys from meeting up with each other. Hera will need a miracle. He is the best player in the world. He is the best micro. Let's see if he can do it. These docks are all about to eject. Nicov is so ready for that. Can Hera get away with these? Nicov needs to block these 3 galleys from joining up with these ones. He's trying to. He's trying to do it. He's trying to do it. He's trying to do it. He failed. Unfortunate. However, on this side, he is kind of picking away on those. And he managed to snipe a galley. So, Hera gets away with 5 galleys over here and 2 galleys over here for a total of 7. That have escaped, although his docks are all going to die. Eco for Hera is 500 resources collected behind. Nikov's on the fish. Nikov's on the hunt. He's still making fires. He's got 15 fire galleys, bro. Like, just send the horde at some point. Hera can't keep up. Hera's going to have to spend the next 15 years microing down these galleys. It's interesting that Hera hasn't gone for any demos at all either to supplement this. He's going for 1 demo now. Good job from Nicov to make sure that dock was fully killed. And Nicov is now going after this galley force. He's got more fires from this side. Uh-oh. Even Hera, dude. Even Hera is going to have problems microing this. Holy fuck. That demo might come out just on time. No, the demo's queued behind a galley. Oh, God. Hera, you can't. No. No, dude. Even you, Hera. This is not happening, bro. Yikes, dude. Will that demo come out on time? Has he done the math? I don't think he's done the math. I think he has done the math. He has done the math. Nice demo. Doesn't make a difference. Castle H now on the way for Nicov. That was so funny, bro. That was so funny. Hera was like so confident in himself weaseling his way out of that situation, but there was nowhere to go. Great job from Nicov. The forward docks and then to trap him in. But remember, Hera has wheelbarrow. He's already started to farm. His eco is behind, but it's Hera. We don't underestimate him. At least not anymore. He's gained our respect in all circumstances, even when he looks completely cooked. All right, Nicov, great job scouting. Just has to make sure there's always a fire galley around, making sure Hera doesn't go for any more docks, and he's got 15 fucking fire galleys. Like, that's insane. The score difference is huge, yeah. All right, so what does Nicov do with Castle H here? He's adding in more fish, which is great. He's taking advantage of that. Hera's trying to go for a redock over here. Nicov is going to spot that, and I think Nicov will just be constantly looking for little dots to show up on his mini-map where his fires are patrolling. It has to be water for Hera. Has to be. He can't win on land with Vikings. Nicov even patrolling on this side, just in case Hera snuck away. And there's a singular fire galley, and he kind of denies the villagers over here. Hera's going to see that. He'll go for another dock, attempt number 2. Gillnet's now on the way from Nicov. And Nicov won't notice this dock until too late. Where are these fires going? Oh no, he had the patrol going. He re-patrols here, and it'll be 3 docks coming in for Hera. Nicov will see that. I think you have to get the war galley tech now if you're Nicov. And there it is. You can't stop patrolling on this side because this could be a bait from Hera. And he might add docks back over here. But you can pull a lot of fires over to instantly kill these and stop the longboats or whatever from coming out. Hera actually opens with demos instead. Castle H is in. I don't think Nicov expects demos as an opening. He's stacking up his fires here quite nicely for Hera. He's going for scouts in the center, and he's made a siege workshop as well. I think if Nicov notices when those flags came in, he should assume that it's going to be demos. He gets hit by 1 demo raft, but the dock goes down before a second one can come out. There's going to be another 2 demos in here. And it's a very similar situation to what we saw with the longboats. The fires, there's just too many of them. Hera gets some great demos on those. Nicov will need to add in more ships. Hera trying to go into longboats now. And he takes some good engagements, but the scouts are here. The scouts are coming over to potentially try and kill these villagers. And they're light cav now. Nicov is also on stone. Hera has added the second TC. And he gets the quick walls up. Oh my god, that's sick, dude. He noticed that so quick. Nice job from Hera. Beautiful job. Another TC in the center here from Nicov. Mangonel on the way out. Hera might be able to take back water control. Let's see how much Nicov invests onto this. He still only has 4 on gold. Res collected 2k ahead for Nicov. And Hera loses a couple vil. Handcart will help. Running away from the light cab, but not when they're that far away. Here come the longboats. Hera's kind of back on water. Mangonel is a problem. Needs to get as far away from the water as possible, and then you have your light cab to defend the Mangonel, and suddenly Hera has to invest onto water and land. Another villager goes down. Hera manages to trap these light cab in. That's a great play from him. And he gets the Mangonel away just on time. The longboats were coming over to take care of that. And Hera even sends villagers back to the gold. It's getting messy now. It's getting messy for him. 39 villagers for Hera. 46 for Nicov. TC is being Mangonel down, and there's, well, there's really not a whole lot that Hera can do immediately. He just has to try and stay alive. Villagers coming out now. GG called. Yeah, just well played from Nicov. Really, really well played with Dravidians. The forward docks was insane. Hunting down the galleys. Honestly, I think a lot of people would have stopped making fire galleys when they had Hera completely surrounded, but Nicov just kept going, and he had 15 at one point. And then you force Hera into a situation where he's going to have to, like, hard demo you to get rid of the numbers and invest way too much, and you can invest into other stuff like Light Cav or Siege or whatever. Good job from Nicov. I think Hera was caught off guard by the just aggressiveness of that dock strategy from Nicov and how many fires he produced. Been a long time ago since I've seen Hera lose a single game. Well, he lost a game against Jibbatong, which was a wild one. And he didn't want to lose that one either. I mean, I think it was, what, Hera was stuck with 30 Vils, garrisoned inside 2 TCs, and they were burning. And Jibbatong had like 120 Vils. Hera was just sitting there like, I could do it, man. Hera.accm. .gamdom. Okay, 1-1. Got ourselves a set here. Nicov wins Golden Hill. That's going to feel pretty good for him. And Hera losing with the Vikings on that one. But Dravidians is gone. And Dravidians could have been used on Stranded. Could have been used on Boundary Brawl as well. Maybe even Houseboat. So that's a really good Civ pick there for Nicov. I think the only other map that Vikings could have been used on was Boundary Brawl. We saw that strat from Brawls yesterday with Vikings, which seemed pretty strong. Chinese mirror on Stranded again. Yep. Spanish not picked. There's no Nomad, so that explains why Spanish aren't picked. They're really only super OP on Nomad. Chinese mirror on Stranded. Here we go. The last Chinese mirror we saw on this was an insane game. Game 5. Or no, game 4. Brawls against ACC. It felt like a game 5. What is your unique body feature? When I was young, like in like 13 or something, I maxed out the leg press machine in my high school gym. I always had strong legs, but I think it fucked with like the bones in my one leg. Now I have like a part that I've had it forever since I was a teenager. There's like a part of the bone that kind of like juts out in my shin. Fucked up. Doesn't hurt or anything. This is there. It's just there, dude. In your one leg, yeah. It's just there, bro. It's been there for 20 plus years. South Korea had a coup and it's already over. They didn't have a coup. He declared martial law, and then the legislators were like, nah, that's not what's happening. My puppy farted. The smell is horrible. Please help me. Yep. We're sending help. It'll be there shortly. Welcome to Stranded. We have Hera playing as the Chinese and Nicov playing as the Chinese. So, Nicov is going to go for the TC somewhat near the gold. Hera's going to go for the TC on the wood line. Couldn't get over here. Didn't want to. Walk forever. Still chaos in Seoul. We'll see. Another day, another Chinese mirror match. When was the last, like, I've seen one. I haven't seen any others in this tournament. Only seen one Chinese mirror match in this tournament so far, I think. This is the second. Martial law, we ain't even on Mars, so dumb. I know, right? God. So they both want to get the TC up as fast as possible so they can get the extra villagers. Nicov has an elephant available immediately, and he's going to start pulling in the food, although he already has some food from the fishing ship that has been working this entire time once the dock was up. So 0 seconds of idle TC time for Hera, 5 seconds of idle TC time here for Nicov. But I think Hera is going to have some idle TC as he tries to find this elephant. And he's only taking the water buffalo with 3 vills now. Yesterday, Brawls vs. ACCM was a Chinese mirror on this map. Even dude, I literally just spent 3 minutes talking about that. Are you deaf? Got him. I know. Who is deaf? Brother of Dave? Deaf, son of Jeff. Brother of Weth. Another Rhino coming in for Nicov. 15 seconds of idle TC here for Hera. Absolutely washed, bro. Absolutely washed. Only 5 seconds for Nicov. Second fishing ship is already out from Hera, and 2 more in the queue. So he's really prioritized getting onto the wood. Nicov going for the 3rd one now. It's going to be a little bit further behind Hera in fishing ship production, but he has brought in the elephants and the rhinos a little bit faster than Hera has. How did Hera ensure that L didn't cap the Lowville? I don't know. Trust? I mean, if I ejected like that, it would 100% go after the low villager always. Maybe he knew it was a man, and when it started attacking the woman, he didn't need to garrison. Who knows? Okay, Rhino coming in here for Hera. Another elephant coming in for Nicov. Neither player with Loom, despite playing Chinese. They didn't need it. They had the fishing ship right away. They could produce vills right away. And the ecos are looking solid for both. Although Hera's a little bit faster with the fish. Still, Nikov's fish are closer than Hera's. Hera's kind of docked on this corner area. Nicov didn't go over here. He went to the side instead. And he's going to have the fish a little bit closer to the dock. You think Hera can get to 4K elo? No. At least not until the elo inflates on the ladder a little bit more. If, like, Age of Empires suddenly went, like, free to play or something, and we had 100,000 new players on the ladder, sure. Because then all those points feed up to the top. And he can suck them dry. But as it stands currently, no. Feudal Age on the way for both. Nicov is ahead by a villager. Same amount of fishing chips for both of them. And Nicov, well, he's going to discover the dock position here from Hera. And that's about it. He's going for the barracks. So Nicov will open with land pressure. The last time we saw Hera on this map, he played water. He tried to sustain water control. And he was really late to add in anything on land. It was almost like he needed his enemy to attack him to remind him land was a thing. I want to see Hera, if he's going to go on water, add a tower. Or add a barracks early. Or something. Just to defend this gold. Because this gold is in a really rough position. He still hasn't gotten loom. And if he just goes full water control, it could be really rough for him. But he is adding a barracks. Nice job. What is it for Nicov? Is it an archer range? Would love to see an archer range. Gonna be a stable? Oh, he's gonna run into that thing. Oh no. Oh. That's right. Get wrecked. Komodo. And now Nicov is going to Komodo Dragon Rush. Hera? There's another one. Okay, he'll find the tiger. Hang on a second. Nicov is harnessing the power of the wildlife. We haven't seen this. There's 3 of them. He probably knows that Hera has no loom. If he gets in on the gold, it could be an issue. Let's see Hera. Plenty of vision from that Chinese TC. He'll see the spearman coming in. He won't be that concerned, but he might be concerned about this. And Nicov gets in there. He's going to do a little bit of damage, and now suddenly the TC can range, so it's not a problem. But she might die. Ooh, she almost died, dude. So close. Oh, man. Hera getting loom, and the spearman told him that Nicov had some land pressure incoming. Hera will open with scouts, and Hera's going to find the first archer, so it doesn't work out for Nicov at all. It's actually counterproductive for Nicov. Because this fishing ship blocked a little bit, Nikov's going to win this 1v1 now. And now he's going to try and block this fire. Good play. Hera waited till the end to pull that away, and the fire is almost going to die. It's surviving. It's surviving. One more shot here. One more shot. Maybe 2. Fishing ship is coming in hot. Fishing ship is coming in hot. It's trying to block. And Hera saves it. Great job from Hera. Great job to save that. Nicov tried his best. Didn't work out. Okay, so Hera adds in an archer range as well. I like scouts if you followed them with the range right away, which he's done. Nicov does not have the stable. Doesn't have a stable. He's got Spearman Archer, but Hera can go for skirms now to counter both of those units. So Nikov's going to struggle without the stable, that's for sure. And so far, neither player has been able to do anything about the opponent's fishing ships at all. But Nikov's on the way to Castle H, and Hera is getting fletching. So, Nicov going up to Castle, applying a little bit of pressure. He's going to buy himself some time. The scouts will stay away from his base. He's kept his fish alive. Hera has potential to do damage to Nicov in this transition period between Feudal and Castle Age. We'll see what he can do. Which is the most distracting dance? I don't know. I don't know. I guess it depends who's dancing, right? Depends who's dancing. I feel like the anaconda. What even is the anaconda? Are you just like a snake? Is it like a worm? The worm? Ooh. Hera losing track as fires a little bit. Lost one. Nicov is going to get some good engagements here. Hera might lose another one. He pulls it away on time. Scouts and the skirmishers are over here, and he can see the stable being added from Nicov. I think Hera should realize that Nikov's up, and the archers are coming back this way. They could find some damage as Hera comes forward with more scouts. Nicov quick walls that. Great job from Nicov. And Hera manages to wall this off, and he's pushing this army into the TC. Nicov needs to get outside of the range of that TC. Good quick walls here from Hera. The archers take a little journey through the desert, and yeah, that's really great defense from Hera there as Nicov gets to the castle age. Nicov loses all of that army for free. Double stable knights now from Nicov, which will counter the scouts and skirms quite well. And he's getting the war galley tech to fight back against this because Hera has invested a lot onto the water. Demo raft coming out from Nicov. It'll be perfectly on time. Hera needs to retreat, and Hera's up to the castle age. Down 10 vills, though. Yeah, it'll balance out shortly. Hera still needs to go up to castle age with his TC, right? So that's idle TC time there, and Nicov will catch up slightly on the villager amount. Ooh, Nikov's trying to use that demo against the scouts instead of the fire galleys. You can see 32 against 37. Nicov will have another 4 villagers by the time Hera gets to castle age. They both have, well, they both had 6 fishing ships. Hera actually added 3 extras. We'll see what kind of damage Nicov can do here in early castle. Hera's going to save this dude. He'll probably quick wall him in. Or not. Knights and camels trying to get in here. Another stable there for Hera. And here comes the fire. Fisher being attacked from Hera. He's going to lose 1. And might lose some more. Might not even lose that. Oh my god. Nicov tries to get inside here. He's learned his lesson. He's going to back out this time. He's going to back away this time. It's a second town center in the center here from Nicov. When Hera gets to castle age, you can see villager count is evened up now. 1 eco unit ahead for Hera. More res collected overall, but he's under pressure. And demos looking for value. Fire's still sniping the fish or attempting to. And Hera's still defending. I think he wants a TC over here or a lumber camp over here or something. I don't know. He's definitely struggling for a safe wood line. As he pushes Nicov back with the camels. Monastery now coming up from Nicov. The scouts. I mean, this is one thing Hera does better than anyone else. He just, if he has a group of scouts, he won't keep them at home defending himself. He'll just keep running around looking for value. Another fishing ship goes down. It's a TC out here from Hera. These are nice snipes there from Nicov. You can't let Hera just have a fish eco. That's good. That really, really hurts Hera. He's got 6 on food right now. Monks are being... What on earth are you doing? Oh my god, that guy was tweaking. Monks are being produced here from Nicov, and he's kind of holding them in reserve for the time being. He doesn't have many areas that Hera can hit at home. And his fish eco is still safe at the moment, so it should be advantage Nicov, right? Look at the eco count now. Hera was 10 ahead. Now it's 59 for Nicov, 44 for Hera. Siege Workshop now for Nicov. This TC gives him a ton of vision. So, like, he'll know with a lot of time in advance when Hera's coming forward with this army. And that'll give him time to target with the monks for conversions. There it is. The camels are coming in. Can Nicov get this monk inside the TC with the relic? He can. Scouts are still looking for monks. Hera's monks are coming forward looking for conversions. But this TC is massive here. And Hera's just out of range, dude. He did the math on the range. Holy. Oh my god. Not on that one. But he was sitting just out of range. It looked like the TC could range that monk. Must have been half a tile away. You can garrison a monk with a relic? Yep. A TC, a tower, castle, whatever. Mangonel now comes out from Nicov. He's got 3 monks under the TC. Hera's got to be really careful. These scouts are going to be very annoying from Hera, and he will get light cav at some point, likely. So Nicov is prioritizing the scouts, realizing the camels can't really push him here. Hera, in the meantime, is on stone. He might be thinking about a castle, but very limited stone, only in singular piles. So it's quite tough to get enough stone for a castle. And then you have to be really careful about the position. Nicov will garrison those monks. Hera tried to snipe those. He's keeping Nicov busy with these scouts. Meanwhile, Nicov adding more fishing ships. And now he's ahead on res collected. How important are the upgrades in these engagements? I mean, for camels versus camels, fairly important. But Nikov's not really looking to fight camel versus camel right now. He's looking to fight monk versus camel. Manx OP, true. Exocep, don't try to logic with Jan. It's not going to work. Hera's building up for a castle. Nikov's got mangonels. Nice attack round attempt. Hera doesn't fall for that. Both players are so active here. Like, they're kind of sitting still, but at the same time, they're picking away. They're prodding for any opportunity whatsoever. Hera's content more or less to wait. He's still going to look around for damage with his light cav. Nicov is also content to wait to a certain degree. But Hera will come forward for a castle. It might be right here. Let's see what sort of vision Nicov will have. If he sees the villagers coming forward here, he could attack around this foundation with the mangonel. He sees a villager. He sees 2. He sees 3. And the castle foundation is up. Nicov was busy targeting stuff with conversions. The monks will garrison inside of there. He gets a good attack round against these light cav, but I don't think he can deny this castle. Great positioning from Hera. Really phenomenal positioning from Hera to place the castle here, keep the camels over here, and keep the light cav forcing the army back. Now Nicov has to start thinking about a castle of his own. This one, I'm not certain it's fully within range of the TC. All it can do is range those farms. And Nicov will go for a castle in the center. Hera's now building up towards Imperial Age. He's gathering the resources. Can Nicov do the same thing? 79 villagers for Nicov. 78 villagers for Hera. And just kind of a clustered position here for Nicov. They haven't had a real fight in forever. Res collected is so even. Villager count is so even. The fishing ships are ahead for Nicov. Eco upgrades are even. None for Nicov, really. None for Hera. But Hera's going to go up to him. And Nicov is going to go for some Castle Age investment. He's also killing villagers over here with the knights, which is great. Camels will need to come back from Hera. And Hera's walling in these knights. He's trapping them so he can kill them. Nicov will try and get away, which he does with a couple. Okay, Nicov now gearing up towards Imperial Age. Not a lot of stone on this map. You have to be very careful with where you place your castles. If you lose a castle, that is a lot. That's big trouble for you, honestly. Especially with civs without bomber cannon, which Chinese don't get. If you lose your castles, you have no trebs. If you have no trebs, you can't really push back your opponent's castles. Also slightly concerning that all of the relics will be going into the center monastery here for Nicov. Nikov's up to him. Still wondering why Nicov let that castle happen with more army and a mangonel. I don't think he could stop it, Acro. If he pushes him with the mangonel, the light cav kill it. If he pulls his camels to sit in front of the mangonel to prevent the light cav from killing it, the camels swoop in from behind and kill everything else. Hera had perfect positioning there. Like you can't deny that castle. There's no way. More archery ranges here for Nicov. He's going to go into Arbalist. Imperial Age is coming in. Nicov is housed at 150 pop. Hera's going for trebs. Nicov needs stone. He needs stone. He needs stone. And where is the stone? There's some stone over here. And that's it. There's more stone over there, too. He has plenty of gold, so he can maybe buy some. Already has the university, so masonry could be huge as well. And he's just buying stuff. He's buying another castle. He's going to buy himself another castle, straight up. 700 stone buy for Nicov. There goes all of his gold. He will also need stone to repair this castle, potentially. Or maybe he's just going to give that up, and then he's going to have trebs from this side. Crossbows are pushing in. Chukunu are pushing in. What a decision from Nicov. And Hera is also buying stone, so he can go for a castle forward as Hera raids on the backside over here. Chukunu running into the TC. Nicov, no, you can't lose the Chukunu like this. Hera might see an opportunity to go after these Chukunu. They're out of position. Nicov is adding crossbows behind, but once again, Nicov runs into TC problems from Hera. Light Cav are killing a lot of villagers back here from Nicov. He's got 13 on food. Hera's only got 23 on food currently. Hera's also taking this stone, which is critical. Nicov trying to go after this castle. He's going for more trebs. Hera has heavy camel. Nicov does not, but Nicov has the crossbows. And that TC was not garrisoned, so just all the villagers die underneath that, I guess. Nicov is now buying stone. It's 202 gold for stone now. And he's trying to keep this castle alive for as long as he can. He's buying stone. He's buying more stone. He's still repairing. He has no stone. He gives it up. But the castle from Hera will fall as well. So 1 for 1 on the castle fight. And then we shift over to the other side. Nicov will come in with his camels. Decides better of it. He's up against Chukanu and Heavy Camel now. As Hera gets some range units of his own. And Nicov will expand this way. Still has the population lead. Some of that's on water, though. No Heavy Camel is going to hurt if he takes fights with these. Crossbow is great, but now there's Chukanu behind from Hera. And Nikov's about to lose the relics, I think. Why doesn't the red player have wheelbarrow? Why doesn't either of them really have any eco upgrades whatsoever? They're just full focus. They're tunnel vision. TC goes down from Hera. Another TC is going to go down. Both players are going to run into housing issues pretty soon if this fight keeps up. Nikov's already housed here at 170. And Chinese TCs count for 15 population. As Hera is now getting his Chukanu sniped by the crossbows there from Nicov. But Nicov still can't do anything about this stuff over here. Nicov is about to have 1 TC remaining. One TC left over on this side. Hera is now housed. Nicov is housed. Another crazy game on Chinese mirror matches on standard go nuts, dude. They go crazy. Hard focusing the TCs with your trebs might not be the worst idea. I mean, it's tough to afford stone to add in extra ones. And Chinese TCs are so worthwhile for the line of sight and the extra population and everything. Like, it might just be worth to hard focus those town centers. Oh, God. So many villagers over here from Nicov. He's on the run. Heavy Camel's on the way for him, but Heavy Camel is already in for Hera, and he's just killing a ton of villagers on this side. Nicov needs to go for more town centers somehow to deal with this. He's trying to snipe the Chukanu there from Hera. He's trying to move his trebs forward. He's trying to grab these relics again with a monk. As Hera is TCing forward. Nicov had 176 pop. Hera at 140. But it's 105 villagers to 91. And there's not really a way to reboom here for Nicov. He's got 1 town center. Still, there's not really a way to save this castle if you're Hera. And Arbalest is in. Arbalest is huge. Good gate wall there from Nicov. Can he bring the camels back in time? Hera's camels are kind of stalled out. They're not able to come out forward and snipe anything. Meanwhile, Nikov's still working away on some of the villagers back here from Hera. And Nikov's grabbing the relics again. Not a lot on food here for Nicov, but he's all in on the Arbalest. Hera's trying to afford stone. He's not going to be able to do it. Castle falls. Nicov has no TC. Nicov has no TC, and he's losing villagers. How do you replace these? You really can't. Another wild game on Stranded. Oh my god. Treb goes down. Only 1 Treb remaining for Hera. No castle remaining for Hera. He can't get more Trebs if he loses this one. It'd be real tough to push with no siege, but he does have Cavalier. So it's going to be a situation where he's just going to try and raid his opponent to death. There's a lot of villagers that he could take over on this side. Another town center will go down from Hera. Cavalier have been spotted by Nicov. TC goes down. 1 town center for both soon once Nicov gets his TC up. Camels are still raiding over here. 81 villagers for Nicov, but 71 Arbalests! 71 Arbalests! Nicov just needs to notice this fast! He's not paying attention. He was paying attention elsewhere. Good thing the Arbalest managed to sneak through, though. He's got the camels. He's got the Arbalest. He should be able to take this fight perfectly fine. He's going to clear up all the Cavalier from Hera here. All the Cavalier are going to die from Hera. Maybe. They should. I think they will. Can he save the Trebs? Trebs are very valuable. 81 villagers for Nicov. He's in the process. He has the concepts of a reboom. Zero camel upgrades for Nicov. Right now, I'm more concerned about the fact that he only has double bit axe. The fish have gone crazy for him, to be honest. 123 pop for Hera, 142 for Nicov. We need more villagers for Nicov. That's what we need. More vills. Hera only has double bit axe and wheelbarrow. With Chinese of all civs. Like the discounted text. Uh-oh. Hera's trying to go for another TC over here. Nikov's discovered this. The Cavalier are here to stop these Arbalists. But can he stop this main push is the question. Can Nicov reboom? Can Nicov get himself, buy stone for 2 more TCs, 3 more TCs? Hell. He's going to buy 100 more stone. He goes for a TC over here. You just need more vills. You need to sustain villager production. Because right now, Hera can't really kill your army. Hera is now taking into Elite Skirm. Elite Skirm will help. Numbering on the way for Nicov. That town center just got completed, and it's about to go down. Love to see Nicov buy another 100 stone, maybe, for a 3rd TC. Remember, Hera has no castle. Hera has no possibility of a castle. Hera has 0 on gold. Nicov just needs to reboom. That's it. And Nicov is sniping more villagers over here. And it's we were talking about how hard it is for Nicov to replace his villagers. It's going to be hard for Hera now to replace his villagers with just 1 town center. Dude, no horse color. Like, I know you're Chinese. I know the farms have a little bit more on them. But, like, wow. No wheelbarrow, no horse collar, no second wood upgrade, no nothing. All right, you see the skirms of your Nicov. Do you go after the ranges? What do you target here? Ranges. Nope. Mill. Takes out the skirms before they have the second armor. There's so many Arbalists. Hera just doesn't have the army that he needs to fight these Arbalists from Nicov. Down to 92 villagers. Nicov has the villager lead again, but Hera constantly raiding. He's coming in behind with these Cavalier. He's going to try and take out the Trebs here from Nicov. The camels are still here. A house wall behind from Nicov. That's sick. And the camels will deal with the Cavalier, and the Arbalists are absolutely farming everything. On this side, camels coming back. Those camels have done so much work for Hera behind the scenes. They've cleared up a lot. What a game. Oh my god. 2 Chinese stranded mirrors in this tournament so far. We had one at the end of last game, or yesterday, last day. And one today. Insane. I want to see some more. I don't usually like mirror matchups, but these are crazy. Nicov now walling in his Trebs. He's slaughtering the camels. The skirmisher Cavalier mix is here now. So we'll see how the Arbalist can do about that. And it looks like Nicov is just sniping down the skirms. It's going to ignore the Cavalier for the most part. Final armor upgrade is in for Hera. Trebs roll forward to try and take out the TC. That's the final town center for Hera. He goes for another one. He's still gaming, dude. Hera's at 72 pop. He's still gaming, bro. He's still gaming. Nikov's 100 pop ahead. Hera doesn't give a fuck. Respect, bro. Hera did this against Jivitong, too. He just doesn't give up. TC goes down. Nicov is going to take game 3. Insane. This map has delivered. This map has been so good. Love to see it. His TC is the final one remaining for Hera. 54 vills. He knows he's done a lot of damage to Nicov. Like, he knows Nikov's been in the shitter here for a while. But just how you expect to come back from this, I don't know. Clear the Arbalest mass, and then next steps? I don't know. These trebs have been so valuable, and credit to Nicov, he's kept them alive. He's really prioritized keeping them alive. Always has his army with the trebs, and if the trebs are here, Hera has to fight. Nicov is now at 116 villagers. Yo, Maroween, thank you for the 10 gifted. Thank you so much. Let's go. What is the final blow here? It's when Hera finally looks at his population. That's the final blow. Still no eco upgrades. For really either player, Wheelbarrow is clutch for Hera, I guess. The fishing ships have been the MVPs for Nicov. It's basically outfish like this whole area around here. And Hera loses more villagers. 48 vills now. 81 population. Nikov's attacking with his own villagers now. %, efficiency, yeah. Not a whole lot of idle eco, although 5% is quite a lot in the grand scheme of things for an entire game. GG called by Hera. Nicov takes game number 3, and he's up 2-1. Hera's 1 game away from being eliminated. Damn, dude. I think they both played so well there, though. Like, the positioning from the units from Hera, the imp timing from Hera, trying to take out that castle was insane. But, like, the balls from Nicov to just buy a castle. 700 stone. He didn't have any vills on stone. He just straight up bought 700 stone and put a castle in a much better position than his initial one. One position that Hera just couldn't fight back. Now, Hera went for this castle here, which was probably a mistake in hindsight. He probably should have gone for it a little bit more defensively so he could help treb this. But, damn. That's a lot of Arbalists from Nicov. Eco is still close. I mean, not having Wheelbarrow. Even though you have the fish, it kind of kills your food eco, doesn't it? No eco upgrades needed. That's old Nicov. Okay, win for the Chinese, loss for the Chinese. And loss on Stranded. That's his home map. So where do we go now? Does Nicov take... Or sorry, does Hera take Nicov to his final home map? Or is he playing the home map of Nicov first? Does he go houseboat? Yeah, in the first 2 games so far, the player with Arbalest has won in the Chinese mirrors on that map. So Arbalest seems to be the long-term victory condition. It's just whether you can survive long enough. Merwin, thank you once again for the 10 gifted. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Comic, thank you for the 43. Joblamoff as well. I know I missed those. It will be... We don't have the map yet. Don't know. We were watching this with about 75 people at work. 75 people? Jeez. That many Age of Empires fans at your work?
Fuck you all.
I was
Your
joking.
lives
It's
are
just
so
me
sad
and
I
my
get a
grandma.
charity
Your
tax break
grandma?
just for hanging out with you.
Thanks for all you do.
Yenra, thank you for the 18, dude. Drebs, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you, man. He's back. Drebs, whatever happened to showing up first to the stream? Where is my army with another 5? Let's go, dude. Level 5 hype train? Level 5 scammer? Love to see it. Brospelit and Yeed. I forgot to do software upgrades to my little wiggler. Please never call it a little wiggler again. People are going to think some bad things there. If anything, you need some hardware upgrades to your little wiggler. You know what I'm saying? Dave, you're getting too comfortable. I'm always comfortable. I'm extremely comfortable. All right, Hera's taking a break, I guess, or Nicov, one of them.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Have a beer on me with the Canadian pesos.
Fast, thank you for the 2 months, man.
Your lives are so sad I get a charity tax break just for
You
hanging out with you.
Shashi, thank you for that.
Thanks
Sorry
for the cast.
for butchering your name. Thanks for the 4 months. Damn, dude, 11K viewers on Age of Empires right now. Age of Empires 2, round of 16, 11K viewers.
Almost 40 months of me silently watching and learning all the degen stuff here.
That's sick. What does YouTube look like? Who's streaming on YouTube right now? Mem's streaming on YouTube. 600 people. Nacho streaming. Lacoser. So another 3,000 on YouTube. Nice. Are you sad that Hera isn't Canadian any longer? At least not playing at Nations Cup? Hera didn't... Nations Cup had nothing to do with the countries. The reason Hera didn't do Nations Cup was some combination of streaming rules and traveling back to Canada to visit his family. So it was about Canada, yeah. Also seem to remember he said if he would play, it would be for Canada. Yeah, he said that all along, yeah. People were just making stuff up, essentially.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad I get a charity tax
Hey, Donnie, thank you for the 22, which is what people do on the internet. You know, you just make things up, right? Like, people have made up that I'm bald. I'm not bald, dude. I'm not bald. I rub my hand over my head and I can feel fuzz. I feel fuzz. It's there, dude.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
It's there, bro.
1 year, let's go less than 3.
Yo, Jan! Thank you for the 10 gifted, bro. Thank you, man. Very generous, all of you. We got this hype train rolling. Mistigan, thank you for the 12 months. Level 6 completed. Nice. Still not into the next game. It's going to be Boundary Brawl, though. Jan Chess. Where is my AoE? Drebs. Merwin. Thank you for the gifted. What is your opinion on Trump implying that Canada could join the U.S. at the 51st state in the future? You could play Nations Cup with T90. Bro, that is like, that is so unappealing
Almost at funny number.
for Canadian Age of Empires players. It's like, oh, guess what, guys? You can have the Americans join your team. Regardless of all the other stuff that would happen. It'd be like, no, we don't want that. We're good. We're fine. We don't need them. Straggler Tree, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Tree. Daniel would be a decent addition. I mean, I don't know if Daniel brings the type of chemistry we want in a team game scenario. To be honest. This is a little too hectic for the team communications for Team Canada.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax
Boner,
break
thank you
just
for the
hanging out with
18
you.
months. Appreciate it.
Could you insult me please, Daddy?
Think about it, Dave. YouTube simulcast for big sets like this. I was wondering on whether to do that for the final weekend extra set. I'm kind of looking into it a little bit. But I've never streamed on YouTube before, so I don't know what's involved. YouTube chatters would get extremely dono-walled. That is true. All right, we have 40 seconds. Is Chris still playing? Yeah, Chris still plays. Never in tournaments except Nations Cup, but he still plays on the ladder. Stop streaming? Yep. How did Nicov win 2 games? Because he's prepared and he's playing really well right now. Like I said, I had Nicov winning this set 3-2 coming into today. It's a bit of a spicy one. But Nicov has looked like, to this point in the tournament, Nicov has looked like the better player than Hera. We'll just have to see what Hera pulls out. He's gone Mayans on Boundary Brawl. He's gone Mayans. That's a civ that I have not seen yet picked here. So this is interesting from Hera. He'll get the extra villager. He'll have longer lasting resources, so the hunt will last a little bit longer for him, as well as the water buffalo and everything like that. Nicov has gone for Berbers, which we've seen before. Dude, why are you plussing? Can you please stop? Thank you. Jesus. I was enjoying that. All right. Did Babshka get, like, timed out by accident there? That guy? All right. So, Hera's got the extra villager. He's already pulling in the rhino here, and Nicov is already going for the dock. And Nicov could go for the fishing ship early. He could use that fishing ship to find all of the water buffalo. That could be really, really nice for him. Hera's sitting up now. Yeah, Hera's gonna... Hera, even though he might not have put a lot of practice into this, he doesn't want to lose. He doesn't like to lose. He hates to lose. I would expect him to give it his all here. Hera banned out Huns in Vector. Huns was banned out. And Hera's going to find himself one water buffalo, and he's already coming out here for the villager. He might be docking on the outside as well. I think he's going to go for a lumber camp first and then the dock. I honestly like the dock. If you're going to go for later fishing ships, I like it on the outside so your opponent doesn't know about it. You have full vision on this area, right? So your opponent's going to know about your strat. Dave, I realize you look like Cooking with Babish. Dude, just because he's bald. According to people, every single bald person looks alike. Hey, Dave, you look like Mr. Clean. Hey, Dave, you look like the guy from Hot Ones. Hey, Dave, you look like the guy from Cooking with Babish. Hey, Dave, are you Captain Picard? Like, no. Bro. Hey, Dave, are you Vsauce? No. You look like Steve Harvey. All right, dude. You look like Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide. That's who I am. Okay. Eco should be a little bit ahead here for Hera in a bit.
Captain Picard?
No. No. But if I ever was going to have a hair transplant, right before they put me under, I would say, make it so. You look like Brian Shaw? No, I don't. That dude is the size of a fridge. Blue Thunder, thank you for the 29 months. Okay, so Hera's eco should be a little bit ahead because he has the extra vill. He actually goes for the dock on the inside layer. And Nicov has not used the fishing ships to find a lot of water buffalo. He's used the initial 2 water buffalo to find where he's going to put the lumber camp. And he's going to have a nice little jungle camp back here. He can wall it in and have safe wood, which people look for. If you put the lumber camp there, I'm going to be very frustrated, Nicov. I'm very frustrated, Nicov. I would like to see it on the inside. Hera's also put it on the inside, or on the outside, but there's not really an area that he can conveniently wall off.
You should have heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt.
Faber, thank you for the 25 months, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey Dave, you look like a beach mouse, beach mouse, beach mouse, beach mouse.
Fuck you all. Your lives are
Thank
so
you.
sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Getting close to 40k bold followers, but ESS, no hair, fine. Boom bap, slick slap, smooth bald vibe. But TSS, smooth bald tribe.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Dude, I'm trying to remember the hotkey for shifting the player positions because I want to shift them on the scoreboard since Nicov is over here and Hera is over here. Alt G, Alt S. Thank you. Bunny Warren, like Alt F4, really, bro? I ain't, dude, I'm not a kid. Okay? I'm bald. I know what Alt F4 does. Press the power button on your CPU. Alright. Says the guy who deleted System 32. I deleted System 32 when I was like 10 years old, bro. And it worked out. Because my dad got a new family computer. And then I could play the game that I wanted to play. Ooh, Nikov's laming with a villager. I don't even know if Hera knows. Like, this is so next level from Nicov. And I don't think Hera even knows that there's like extra hunt on the outside. I don't think Hera's even going to care about this. They're both in the feudal age now. Hera's going for galleys. Nikov's going for galleys. And Nicov has this villager coming forward, and he's sniping the rhino, or the elephant, or whatever. And Hera can see that that elephant is now dead. So, if anything, it gives Hera a little bit of warning, if he's looking in this direction, that something is going on from Nicov. And now Nicov comes right into the lumber camp from Hera. He's going to wall this off, just to be annoying. And Hera's going to chase him away. Both players with loom. Both of them going into galleys. Does Nicov add that second dock? Does Hera, or sorry, third dock. Does Hera add the third dock? Berber galleys are better than Mayans. They are faster. So Hera won't be able to get away. And once again, Nicov takes the initial galley, but Hera manages to clap back. Hera is walling in this whole corner over here. He does have an elephant right there he can take. As Nicov still contesting on the water. Hera was a little bit faster to feudal age, so he'll have the third galley out just a little bit sooner, and he'll keep the forward pressure here against Nicov. Nicov actually sending a villager forward to repair the galley, so that's nice. That's a difference maker, and Hera needs to back away because of it. Well, not much going on with that villager. Nicov actually adding in the third dock within sight of Hera, so he wants Hera to know that this third dock is coming up. Maybe he's just not thinking about it like that, but I feel like the third dock back here would be the smarter play. Because then you surprise Hera with the additional production. Wonder how humans would do on this map? Not great. Like, the feudal boom is just not going to be good here, right? Who have the better civ on this map? I think Berbers are definitely the better civ here than Mayans are. Better water. Better late game composition, more benefits from their eco bonus, right? The villagers moving faster. All of them have to move out here at some point. And just the ship speed is just better if you're going to play into water like this. Don't Mayan skirms counter Berbers? Remember, pros consistently throw due to unnecessary single-minded avoidance of Mayan skirmishers, so we're not even going to see them. Brachiopods, what are you talking about, dude? What are you on about, brother? This guy's transporting food all the way back from that elephant. Still don't even know why Nicov went out there in the first place. I'm stuck in a sewage plant? Why are you in a... We don't ask questions. Hera knows this navy is coming because he could see it with the edges of his vision. And it's actually Nicov that manages to snipe a ship. And he's found himself another really good position here. Takes out 2 ships from Hera. So he's killed 3 galleys. Hera's only killed 1. And Nikov's third dock is already, showing returns immediately. Hera's going to have to defend for his life. He's trying to click the weak ship here. Nicov dodges away at the perfect moment. Hera's going to snipe that, though. And Hera's trying to escape with these villagers, but Nikov's just here. And that villager is 1 volley away from death. So, desperate times here for Hera as he tries to run away. Tries to get this villager across. It's not going to happen. Market coming up. Nicov will see that. Nicov still with a little bit of food. Hera has just finished his last water buffalo, and Hera is trying to leave, but Nicov can see. Like, Nicov can see every time Hera's trying to leave with the villagers. He knows, so he's just positioning his galleys over here to try and stomp that. Hera is positioning galleys over on this side. I think I just heard a dude die. That's what it sounded like anyway. If they did, it was a delete. And Heriger? I almost called it. I meant to say villager getting away. Hera's sniping a galley over here and sniping a villager over here. Villagers escaped. Great job from Hera. He snuck out of there and he's on the way to the Castle Age. What happens if you kill a transport loaded with units on this terrain? The units all die. You kill a transport on any sort of water, the units all die. Even if it's walkable terrain. The only thing that survives a transport death is a relic, which will transport to the spot it was loaded in. To the transport, I'm pretty sure. Do Mayans lack demos? No, they actually get heavy demo for whatever reason. Because they probably had a pond or something. I don't know. Thought it was closest land, not where it was loaded in. I think it used to be closest, and now it's where it was loaded in. I'm not certain. Don't quote me on that. Alright, Hera's in the Castle Age. What does he do? What does he go for? It's a TC back here. Still has more res collected. Nicov still with the more galleys on the water, but it's not the advantage that he had on Grauple. Not to the same extent. And Nicov is like, I see you leaving, bro. I can see you leaving. Unfortunately, does lose a galley to that TC. And now the galleys are over here from Hera. So Nicov is going to struggle with villager positions now. But his villagers are faster, and he's leaving this way. Maybe. Maybe he can run out to here. Still waiting for Castle Age to come in. War galley is now in for Hera. No bodkin arrow for him. The ships are faster for Nicov, remember. Snipes one. Running with everything. Bodkin arrow now on the way from Hera. Nicov has no stone to use for town centers. War galley coming in for him. Bodkin arrow coming in for him. He actually canceled a villager to get that. Where did he run with the villagers? Did he run them all back this way? There's not many on the middle anymore. There's only 4. Why didn't Nicov all in galley stand up when he had 5 more than Hera? I think some of them were behind here. It showed the same numbers, but I don't think they were all forward. Nicov coming over. He's trying to snipe this weak galley. Doesn't get it. He's moving her over this side. Going to be able to take out the dock. And Hera is housed right now at 65 population. Nicov is now selling wood to do what? Make more ships or buy stone? He gets ballistics. Water control is so important on this map. It won ACCM the game against Brawls yesterday. It was winning Brawls the game in the early stages as well. And if Nicov wins water control, Hera just has to evacuate the middle with everything. It's going to be a ways away, though. Hera's got some fires. He's got 7 fires and 15 war galleys. And now Nikov's turn to be housed at 65 population. Wonderful. Let's hope that Nikov's paying attention. He's got a bunch of weak ships here. He does have ballistics, remember. That's going to be useful. The pathing on this many war galleys is going to be tough, though. And the combination of fires and war galleys, even though Nicov has the faster ships, is going to be really, really difficult for him to manage. Nikov's still running away. Still a bunch of weak war galleys. He's losing numbers. Hera has more navy now. The fires are down. Nicov trying to snipe the weak ships from Hera, and he takes a couple more. 12 galleys for Hera, 13 galleys for Nicov. What a weird fight this has been. I mean, just so strange. Nicov seems to have stabilized somehow. I thought he would get full cleared there. The faster ships coming in clutch. Ballistics coming in clutch as well. Both players paying attention to where the weak war galleys are too. You can see they're constantly dying, and it feels like Nicov should win water. But Hera is expanding his eco behind this, right? He's got the second town center. Yeah, Nikov's going to win somehow. That was impressive. That was a beautiful standoff there from Nicov and Hera. Like the step back there, Nicov had to click close enough with the war galleys so they didn't reorganize into the column and just get fed into the navy from Hera. Both of them were sniping the weak war galleys from the other player. It was just really, really nice. But alas, it is better for Hera in the long term because 3rd TC, 4th TC. He's keeping Nicov busy on water. Mangonel working away on this TC, so not sure how long he's going to be 4 TC. Might be 3 TC here pretty soon. And he'll have to build probably another market and a lot more houses as well. Nicov just needs another town center. We need to start buying stone here and adding in a TC, honestly. Water control is great, but it's kind of brutal. And there's the second town center. Perfect.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
He's going to have to hang out on the edge of the map. He's getting his farms up. He's got a better economy. He will lose this TC. Wheelbarrow does come in on time, though. The math was correct from Hera. And Wheelbarrow is going to be in. And the TC is going to be dead. Welsh boy, thank you for the 13 months, dude. All the docks are going to be dead from Hera, but the Navy still lives. Nicov goes for the 3rd TC now. 54 villagers for him, 72 for Hera. And the villager in the middle dies. Did the Mangonel die from Nicov? No, the Mangonel's rolling over here. So he's just going to leave this area. It might be worthwhile for Nicov to add a ram. There's a lot of value in just houses and everything. 6 houses, market as well. Clear everything. God knows Nicov has enough wood. You almost want to sell wood to buy stone so you can get 2 more TCs. Oh boy, Nicov not paying attention. Hera's still contesting despite not having any docks. Still contesting on this side. Nicov has managed to snipe a villager. He's ranging this TC. He can somewhat support this Mangonel with his ships. But Hera is going now for a defensive siege workshop. So he should be able to clear that. And now the fires are almost dead. The war galleys are going to die. Berber ships should be able to hunt this down. And Nicov has some time. Question is, what can he do with that time? Needs to get his eco sorted. That's a certainty. Because Hera is about to click up to Imp. And this is going to be disgusting for Nicov if he doesn't get some sort of fortifications or something. More farms coming up. I like the fact he's been taking all the elephants. That's great. And there's a stable here from Nicov. Hera's still building towards Imperial Age. 91 villagers for him. Eagle being pulled back, and that eagle's going to discover the stable. This might keep Hera busy for a little while. As Hera... Oh, God. Like, come on, bruh. Just give it up. It's one Thank you. It's one eagle. Now the castle comes up from Hera. He loses another vill. How many can he lose? Loses another 2. Castle will complete. Nicov doesn't want to give him this Mangonel. And Imperial Age is on the way. And the Mangonel goes down anyway. Imperial Age is coming in from this town center over here. 43 on food for Nicov. He got the farming eco set up. Kind of building his way towards a castle. He's trying to catch up on villagers. He's up to 85 now. But if Hera just goes Eagles and gets into the eco here, like, it's going to be disastrous. I think Nicov, honestly, I think Nicov needs stone walls all the way around this. That's the only way to keep the Eagles away from your base. Obviously, there's a lot of other things to do, but still. Chainmail armor comes in just on time. And that blacksmith, that could have been a problem. Yeah, Hera can just raid Nicov to death, I think. Stone walls with 3 on stone. You can buy 100 stone, bro. It's not a big deal. Nicov, thinking about him. He's going for light cav. He's going for knights. Let's see if Hera decides to send most of his military back here to deal with this, or if he goes forward to raid. I think forward to raid is probably the better decision. And Imperial Age is in. Army population is not immediately there in Imperial Age from Hera. We'll go for a castle on this side. There is a monk there. There's 2 monks there. So Nicov has to snipe those with the light cav and then get working on the villagers with the knights, and he just runs away from that. He'll know where the castle's coming up, though. He will have vision on that one. And the light cav are going to come in to try and snipe the monks. He doesn't get them. Great job from Hera to get those inside the TC. Handcart on the way for Hera. Elite Eagle Warrior on the way from Hera. When Hera decides to finally make Eagles, he's going to make a lot of them. But Nicov has bought himself some time. He's on the way to Imperial Age, and he's gone for some stone walls on this side. And he's using these war galleys to kind of protect this side. It won't do much against Eagles, but it'll keep the plumes away at least. And the counter raid potential from Hera, at least right now, is slightly nullified. So Nicov finds himself in a better position than I would have thought. Water control is still effective. Hera is still forced to hang out on the edge of the map. The Mangonel light cav pressure has actually forced Hera to defend more than he might have wanted. And the Eagle number is still at 3. And here's the castle from Nicov. He needs to take the relics. Relics would be really nice here, yeah. Yeah, relics would be great. They're all on the water, right? So he could theoretically snag all 5 of those. Hera's struggling for food a little bit, yep. The Mangonel pressure was actually so good from Nicov. I didn't think it would do too much, but Hera kind of underreacted a little bit to that, didn't he? No forging in for these light cav. They're going to take forever to kill these Eagles. Limited upgrades in for the Eagles as well from Hera, but it seems to be enough. And the Mangonel pressure has been dealt with. And finally, the Eagles are coming back across. No Navy to intercept them. Stables being added here from Nicov. He's still 30 seconds away from Imperial Age. He's going to go into Knights and into Cavalier to try and counter these Eagles. But suddenly there's 12 Eagles on the, or 20 Eagles on the field. Maybe demos could be great as well. He's making demos. I love this. And now he's going to try and bait Hera back into his docks. Nicov? Nicov is a gamer today, folks. Boom! Oh, that's sick. That's so sick. Early raids denied. Early raids denied. That's great timing on the demos. Beautiful job. Well done from Nicov. Let's see how much damage these Eagles can do in the back. They could do a lot of damage if he's not paying attention. Or not producing any units back there. But I love the fact he's gone for the demos. I love the fact he's stone-walled over here. So the Eagles need to come through the middle where the demos are. He's going to be controlling the movements from Hera really, really well. Final armor upgrade finally on the way from Hera. Cavalier is on the way from Nicov. 125 villagers against 135. Does Nicov have Town Watch? I think he does. Yeah, you can see that castle going up. Eagle's now in the center here from Hera. Is Hera going to snag these relics? He does have monks. Love to see Nicov snag those while he could. Cannon Galleon. Cannon Galleon is... If you have the demos, Cannon Galleon is fine. You can try and bait the Eagles in to killing your Cannon Galleon. By itself, on terrain like this, probably not so good. Villagers dying now from Hera. El Dorado is coming in. And now another castle from Nicov. That looks like a slinky. Cavalier without forging? Yeah, Nicov will need some extra upgrades for sure. Stone gates. He wants to force the Eagles to get blown up. But Hera will probably just chop this tree, right? Dude, he can't go through. Come on. He chops the tree. Nikov's here with some house walls. He's stopping the Eagles from coming in, and now the Eagles are pathing back towards the demo. Hera continues to try and chop trees. Nikov's there with a house and a wall. Let's go, Nicov. Hera using some ingenious strats here to go through the trees instead of walking through demo land. But Nicov walling behind is super, super nice. Now Nicov is coming in with a counter raid on the side. Demos don't quite kill El Dorado Eagles. And the castle falls from Nicov. He's pop capped though. He's pop capped. He's got Cavalier trying to escape the map. And the Cavalier are at the back here. Without the final armor upgrade, without forging, they're going to die. Tries to bait Hera back into some more demos. Big demos, Nicov! Let's go, dude. Big demos from Nicov. Big demos from Nicov. Overboom with 140? What do you... Bro, why do people so hard focus on overboom? It's Berbers. You're not overboomed with 140 bills. 140 bills is like standard. It's fine. Overboom with demos. Yes, that's the only overboom we should be focused on. That is true. Bloodlines. Forging. Finally, the upgrades are coming in. Nicov is constantly looking for raiding damage. He's going to see this castle over here. 31 Cavalier. As Halberdier are now mixed in here from Hera. That will force Nicov into maybe like Camel Archers or something if he can get more castles up. He only has one right now. And the Cavalier thinking about maybe denying this castle, which Hera has just conveniently stopped building. Demo's still holding the line. Hera's still trying to stay on the land. And now Hera losing a few more villagers. He's going to notice that raid. Another great game. Another late game scenario. And the demos come in again. Just boom! Hera! Gotta stop finding yourself in these situations, bro. Heavy demo coming in from Nicov. Why not? Why shouldn't he? He keeps finding damage with these demos. And Hera needs to retreat with the Trebs. Nicov coming back out for this gold. Still no one has collected the relics. Hera doesn't really have an opportunity because the Navy is here. He goes for plumes. He has managed to clear up this area, and he's going to get the castle up. Nicov just hasn't had a moment, I guess, to think about it, but relics could be really, really solid. Can Nicov do it? It feels like Hera's kind of pushing back now. The early demos were great, but Nikov's stuck into Cavalier. He hasn't made a tech switch into Camel Archers. And he still hasn't collected the relics. So there's things that he isn't doing right now that he probably should be. How is Nikov's gold? He's got gold here. Got gold here. Then potentially gold here, but Hera's pushing on that side. And Hera's getting back on water again. Cavalier back on this side. Looking for damage. Nicov is going to get stuck. Don't get trapped. Don't get trapped in the corner. All right, he's not going to. Camel Archers are better long-term, fail wall, than hand cannoneers. Galleon coming out from Nicov. Eagles come in. Heavy demo is now here, and the plumes will need to... Those are dead. And the Trebs are gone, too. And so are the Eagles. Those plumes were like, run! Holy fuck! I like hoardings. Hoardings is great tech to keep your castles alive if you can keep repairing that. And the Trebs are being set up on the water over here from Nicov, so he's deciding to push this area, but now Hera is pushing this area. The hoardings isn't even going to come in, is it? It doesn't. Hera used one halberdier to tank the blow from that demo. Nicov now adding more docks. Long-term gold supply isn't there for him. I think it is for Hera. As the Cavalier come in, this castle should fall from Hera, and I think villagers will go down with it. 145 villagers still for Nicov. It's a decent eco. If he can keep defending on this side. Blast Furnace, chemistry, huge. Massive upgrades. As he's losing water. $119 vills for Hera, and heavy demo is coming in for him too. Still no relics for either player. Two Trebs dead, so Nikov's kind of pushing back on this side on land. A lot of the population from Hera is on water now. Nicov paying attention to other things. Going for shipwreck. Remember, Mayans don't get cannon galleon. So even if you take full water control with Mayans, like, you won't be able to extensively take advantage of that. Shipwright is already in for Hera. Shipwright is in for Nicov. Every single one of these games, bro, has been insane. Nicov pulls himself back into this one. Hera with the much better boom in Castle Age because Nicov was all in on water. And somehow we have a competitive late game where we're mixing water and land and demos, halves, Eldorado Eagles, Cavalier,
Christmas beers.
Everything. Lars, thank you for the $3 and Startup Guy for the 30. Thank you. Christmas beers indeed. You can take a day off tomorrow because there's no games, and I will spend the $30 then. Berber ships. Doing well. Mayan galleons trying to hold. Hera now tracking these Cavalier. The Cavalier are looping around behind the Navy. They might just go into the eco here from Hera. Hera's at 122 vills. Nicov is pop capped. Hera's at 170 pop. Nikov's kind of making things happen here. I just love to see him get the relics. He's going for skirmishers now, but his long-term gold supply might not be there, right? I'd love to see him just grab those relics if possible. He has denied the castle from Hera, and he's killed a lot of vills over here. Now he's thinking long game, crop rotation coming in. More villagers dying from Hera on this side. TC might just go down to the Cavalier. What a set. What a set. And the Cavalier are coming in again. Does Hera notice this? He's trying to go for another castle. The elephant is griefing Nicov just a little bit. Hera pulls the villagers away. He continues to lose villagers. Very tough situation for him. He has to keep pop space on water. He has to think about all the Cavalier raids happening, how to secure each side. Now there's Cavalier. Oh, for fuck's sakes, what are they doing? I mean, come on, game. I mean, come on, game. What is this, game? You know how big of a deal that is? Anyway, Hera's got a lot to focus on here in terms of balancing his pop. Nicov now using the demo to distract all the fire from the galleons, but the Halbs are pushing forward. Hera goes for the castle. These guys will finally get cleared up. And Nicov getting careening, and he's gone into skirmishers. Gonna manage to clear this threat. Halbs are doing work against the ships. More demos coming out here from Nicov. More ships on the way from Nicov. Less ships coming in from Hera. And the Cavalier are actually doing good work against the Navy over here, too. Feels like Nicov might be able to push back on water. His gold is a little bit exposed if this castle goes down on this side. So he will need to do something about that.
Barbeski pre-roll ad. Better use Twitch Prime.
Well, Jordan, thank you
Dave
for
chat,
the
Dave out chat.
19 months. And Jive, thank you for the 53, bro. Welcome back. More docks being added from Nicov. Skirmishers are clearing up the reinforcements as they come across. Cavaliers still trying to raid. 175 population for Hera. 185 for Nicov. Both players committed onto water still. Feels like Hera's got the better setup on water. At the moment, anyway. And Nicov is going fast fire, which might be a great tech. Eagles now being added again from Hera. 0 on gold, or no, 0 gold in the bank at the moment. Porting's coming in once more for Nicov. He's managed to wall in the bombard cannon and push back these trebs again, but Hera just snipes another treb from Nicov. Portings is now in. Super strong castles from the Argentinian. And demos against the Eagles once more. Nicov down to 157 population. He doesn't have the gold that he needs. There's some gold up here he can take. There's still some gold down here. He's trying to go for more ships. He's trying to push Hera back on water, but Hera's got 30 galleons now. And the Eagles are raiding. And the Eagles are suddenly a problem. This is what Hera hasn't been able to do all game. And this is what's going to give him a really, really good shot. Treadmill crane coming in from Nicov. He thought about heated shot and canceled. Hera's just streaming units forward now. And Hera's got castles set up all the way around his eco. So this is classic Hera. Castle here. Castle here, castle here, castle here. So he's unraidable, essentially. Whereas Nikov's castles have been on the edges, and he actually lost one of them here. Lost the other ones in the north. And I think that was a mass... Sorry, we have to go back. It was a massive demo shot. We speed up to live time. Hera's still pushing in. Nicov running out of ships. He doesn't really have any raids going on right now. He's still attacking this castle, but Hera can see that. He's probably going to send some eagles over to deal with it. And the Hussar are here, so maybe they can distract the Galleons long enough for Nicov to get back on water. The eagles have been very tanky in that sense. So we see Nicov now protecting this bomber cannon. Still trying to take out this castle. Hera 0 on gold. 0 on gold right now. 0 on stone. Does Hera have anything left in terms of gold supply? He doesn't. Hera doesn't have any gold. Hera has 0 gold. Nicov already has Hussar. He already has Skirmisher. Hera has 0 gold. Mayans without gold will be forced into Skirmishers. And as we all know, pros consistently throw due to single-minded avoidance of Mayan skirm. Not that they would be that good against Hussar anyway. Hera's now selling everything so he can get more gold. Hussar even working away on this castle. That castle's going to fall. Nicov might have held long enough. He's got the TC going up on this gold that's still available over here. He's got more navy coming out. Hera can't afford more navy. This might be the end for Hera. Nicov has held. He tried to do it in game number 1. He was so close to holding until Hera was out of resources. And I think he's done it here. There is a gold available on this side. But with that castle dead, it's Nikov's to take. Hera has no more eagles to raid. He's just trying to hold on water. What does he do? I don't think he can do anything. He got himself a relic. He got himself 1 relic. He's trying to get another one. Nicov has played unbelievable today. How on earth does he come back from this situation? They both had to balance water and land so well just to scrape out victories in this set. And that monk picking up the relic reminded Nicov that relics are actually a thing. Nicov still has gold available. He's coming out to this gold too. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Big upset here. 3 wins in a row for Nicov. Hera is out of the tournament. Oh, my goodness. Our number 1 seed is gone. Nicov, 3 wins in a row after that first game that was so close. He's played incredible. Nicov, like I said coming into this, he was the player that impressed me the most throughout the early rounds. He looked like the best player in the tournament, and I think there's a case to be made for that now. Oh my god. I don't think Hera played bad at all either. Like, Hera played really good. He's going to tell you he didn't play that good, and he's going to be disappointed, I think, in himself. But, like, Nicov just brought another level today. Nicov definitely brought another level today. Absolutely insane.
Great to
Full
see
credit
this
to him.
level of play. Amazing games from Nicov.
Yowli, thank you for the 15 months. Eric, thank you for the 14. Unbelievable upset. So we are going to have, for the first time in a very long time, a final without Hera, I suppose. And Nicov will go through and get the privilege to play Leary next. It's not going to be easy, brother. It's not going to be easy. This has to be one of Nikov's greatest wins ever. I think this might be his best win ever, yeah. Who knows? I mean, it is round of 16. There's still a lot of tournament to go. But what a game there. Nicov holding on until Hera was just out of gold. That's crazy. And neither player getting the relics. They were so focused on other things. Only GL left is Viper. Yep. Doubt's gone. Tato's gone. Hera's gone. Oh, boy. Crazy. Look at how even the economy is. And Hera even had more gold collected. He just spent it all. He spent it all on Eagles, on the upgrades, everything like that. On the castles, probably bought a few of those too. Although he did have 8,000 stone collected, so maybe not. And he sent it face first into demos. That's where all the gold went. Into Nikov's demos. Incredible, man. Big win for Nicov.